Hi everybody, I'm Matt. Welcome to Zest.
Happy birthday, Matt.
No reason to celebrate, really isn't reason to celebrate.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Tar. Yes, you completely took me off stride now, John. Thanks for that, mate. Cheers, Tar. Welcome to Zest. Thanks to Stuart and Scott for working with Zest to organise and host this event. I think it's really important sometimes to kind of come out and, if you like, see things from the ground up, and hopefully I can give you a little bit of a flavour, just to give you a flavour of where you are today and a bit about Zest. Keep it fairly brief, but I think just a bit of background would be useful. For those who don't know, just social media wise, if you want to know what we get up to, please follow us at Zest Centre. All sorts of different sort of areas of service delivery that get posted onto our Twitter feed. So please do so. Please tweet about us. Please share, and please follow us if you can. And also check out our website. So yeah, nutshell history then. Zest has been working in this area for 20 years. Originally as a voice for the local community, born out of frustration with how decisions were being made as a city. Fast forward 20 years, a regeneration programme and lots of development in between later, we now run and manage a community hub known as the Zest Centre. It's a beautiful Grade 2 Victorian listed building made up of a Victorian swimming pool, a Victorian library and various other very awkward spaces that we try and make work as best we can. And what Zest did is transform this building into a modern, fit-for-purpose community hub. That's the building you can see there. And hopefully, once we've finished nattering, you can go across and grab a bite to eat. We'll move across into the library space. And as I say, that food's being supplied by the Real Junk Food Project at Sheffield, which is, as Stuart said, feeding bellies, not bins. And it's a fantastic project. They've also just announced a community share issue. It's not a community share issue. It's not a share issue, I can't think of the word, but like a community fundraiser, and they're rebranding as Foodworks. So you'll see some posters when you go across, but yeah, get on board. It's a really great cause. It's a really fantastic things to save food. So can you just skip us on, please? I've only got one slide, I think, so that's all right. So it shouldn't take too long. So just a little bit about us. We're about asset-based. We're about a whole community approach. We don't deliver services in isolation. It's about supporting people over the life course. Yes, services come and go, but essentially we build relationships both with partners in this room, with local people over a long period of time. And that's really important to our approach, that we're not here today, gone tomorrow, and we're embedded in the community. I think we're well known for our collaborative approach. We don't just talk about it, we do it. It's really important that services are delivered closest to the point of need. So for example, if we deliver employment and skills support services, we look into those neighbourhoods and those organisations that are best placed to deliver that, and we work with them to do that. And that's really important to keep those principles. We've got a range of different routes to improving well-being. So the way that looks is we've got children and young people services, so we provide free after-school clubs, the holiday provision, which is increasingly difficult to resource for those children and families that wouldn't otherwise be able to access it. We provide a youth club, to the point that Scott made, ever more important as sort of emotional well-being issues are on the increase. There was a fatal shooting 100 yards away from here a year ago, a fatal stabbing half a mile down the road. We've faced, there's real issues in this community that Zest sort of an important part of. And then moving on from that, we provide a range of health and wellbeing services for adults. So that can be from one-to-one lifestyle support through to group-based support. We do exercise referral schemes, we've got health trainers, health checks, we do smoke-free schools work across the city. So there's a different range of different services, but I think the key thing is we're an easy route in, and from that single point of access in, we then support people with a range of different needs. It's not always clear what those needs are to start with, and we're well used to people coming in and supporting them with those different needs. In terms of quality of support, I think it's just back to, you know, I think just bringing this back down to the IEP. In the kind of employability and skills space, we deliver a range of training courses and employability support, and often in this profession, it kind of feels like we know we're all doing really good work. We know it's of a high standard, but there's not necessarily the same sort of the same credit perhaps given to it as a profession. And I think that's why it's really important that IEP can kind of showcase the work that they can do from a point of the network and raising the sort of standards and consistency of the support we provide and deliver. You know, our reputations sit on the quality of the service that we provide. And I think just something about, you know, I constantly get it from my team about we really want to kind of do more, we want to upskill, we want to feel like we're part of a network, we want to kind of have quality standards. So I think the IEP is a kind of really important part of that, so I'm really interested to hear more about it. So I could probably bang on for quite a lot more about what we do. Feel free to grab me afterwards and can tell you a little bit more about Zest and what we deliver. For those who are going across afterwards to have some food, I'm happy to do a bit of a tour of the building. So there's the pool, as I say, the gym area, and then we've got various different spaces. So more than happy to do that for those who are willing. And aside from that, yeah, thanks for listening. Ta.